Hi guys, welcome to Milk Farms. Today we're not on the farm. Oh, let me back up. I'm telling you, we're not on the farm, we're on the farm. But we're not on the farm. Alright guys, so hi and welcome to Milk Farms. My name is Kevin. I'm with Milk Farms, as most of you guys know. Today we're on location at Shin Valley Dairy. Don't mess it up! Ah! ShenMount! Alright, let me write this. You know what? I am milk drunk right now, everybody, and it's really good. I am enjoying myself. I'm actually in heaven, guys, because if you guys don't know, at the end of a long day on my farm, I go and get a big tall glass of milk. I sit on the porch, and that's how I relax. I absolutely love milk. And I'll tell you, this is the first time I've ever been to a dairy, and these guys have set the bar really high. It's going to be a great video. You guys want to take it away?
I'm Jared and my brother Rocky, and my dad is Claire, and we have a hard worker Hunter. We all love working on the dairy farm. We milk about 240 cows, and we just love working with the animals and in God's creation.
Yeah, we love producing good quality milk so Kevin can come down and drink it. And so wherever you are, you can buy good quality milk.
What did you guys do before you were here in this area of Virginia? Where'd you live and what'd you do for a living?
Yeah, we dairy farmed over in the Shenandoah Valley in the Bridgewater, Bright Branch area.
Yeah, we grew up ever since toddler. I've been working on a farm, so it's just second nature.
You learned this skill. How'd you guys learn this?
Grew up
Watching Dad do it. You know, it's
So your dad?
experience is the best teacher with dairy farming. And watching Dad ever since, like I said, I was a toddler, watching Dad feed the calves, milk the cows, do the chores, fix the tractor, you name it. We were right there beside him learning how to do it. So that's how we learned this occupation.
So why don't we head out and take a look and see what we want to do first. We're going to milk first, we're going to check the feed. What is it we want to do first?
feed calves. Oh, first.
Yeah, what is the first thing that you want to
Let's
milk
put the
today?
hay out and make the mix.
Alright, let's go do that.
And take a picture of my flowers. Well, y'all can put.
Do you heat this building in the winter here?
Yeah, we keep it above freezing is the main goal.
I guess animals keep it warm just being there too.
Yeah.
Now that's a spreader right there, buddy.
Yeah, it's
Holy cow.
That tractor's almost not big enough.
Really?
It came with 1,000 PT shaft.
Yeah.
Just so that tractor could run it, we put a 540 on it.
Really?
Just so it could run it.
So I think your dad will probably tell us what he's doing, but tell me what he's doing.
Over lunchtime we had hay grinding, chopping up hay. We put round bales into that.
Right?
And we spit it out, ground up for the herd mixes, the dry cow mixes.
So you're telling me there's a round bale on top of that thing?
Round bales we put in there over lunchtime, and then during lunch we ground it all out. And now
Really?
it's spitting out loose hay.
And so you're gonna come back and grab that? Hold on. So you're gonna come back and grab that with a skid steer, or what are you gonna grab it with?
Yeah, we'll put in 100 or 200 pounds in each mix. That way we don't have to put a whole hay bale in one mix. We can just grab 200 pounds and just throw it in already mixed up, so the ration will be perfectly mixed up. That's the goal. Corn silage, barley, there's wheat midds, cotton seeds, there's ground corn, we'll mix it with that. Everything, all the mixes with our nutritionists is get the right protein, the right fiber, and the right ingredients so the cows give the most milk possible for this ration, with the ration. Everything is scientifically adjusted to have the right diet for our cows.
How often does that change?
Well, it depends a lot on the corn silage. We send samples off of the barley and the corn silage, and everything pretty much evolves around the corn silage and the barley with the grain, the energy change in the silages. So we send samples off, have it tested on almost a regular basis, like weekly, maybe monthly basis. In case something would change or something, then we change the ration. what that is called. And it has knives inside that mixer that stirs it, cuts it all up, and it mixes it up, spins it out into a wonderful mix.
So you're going to take that thing, the TMRS, and you're going to put a bale in it, and then you're going to put silage in it, and then you're going to put something else in it. So it's cutting and mixing at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to spit all this hay out. We need to know exactly what's in that mixer. So we will start putting this right there. When he's done, he'll back up over there, and he'll start from scratch with 150 tons of hay, put some peanut hulls in over here. We'll make it perfectly balanced ration for our cows. How many hours we put on, or how many does this?
How many hours will you buy a brand new tractor, which I'm assuming you're not buying somebody's used stuff?
Yeah,
So,
one is.
so how many hours can you get out of a tractor before you gotta sell it?
We get 8,000 hours out of this tractor. It has four or five on it right now. I'm hoping to get 8 and hopefully 10,000. This job is not an easy job for the mixer. It has a lot of dust. It goes over a lot of bumps. It's not an easy job, so that's why I didn't buy it new to put it on the mixer, because it would wear out. I like this. It's not a nice job.
Do you guys get any kind of warranties when you buy a tractor?
No warranties.
Do you do a lot of the repairs yourselves?
Yeah, we tried to. We did send the tractor off just a few minutes ago, but we do a lot of work ourselves on our tractors. But when it comes down to electronics, it's kind of hard because we don't have the right data or the right computers to work on them.
So how long does this process take?
This is about done right here. This probably takes 10 minutes. And then what he'll do is go start the mix for the afternoon mix so the skiller can go bed the stalls.
Okay.
The other guy who's done cleaning the stalls, he'll come over and finish the mix while he's bedding. So
Okay.
it's all intertwined.
It's working as a team.
Yeah, we all work as a team. Very quiet.
Does your dad come out here and work on the farm every day? You can say whatever's real in the video. I can edit it all out.
Yeah, he works when he can.
Right.
Let's just say that. I'm guessing the average is about 5 days a week where he comes out, where we would work about 7 days a week. Sundays, we try to work as late as possible. Like, we like to go to church, and we try to take rotate Sundays where we don't have to all work Sundays afternoons. So we do what we can on Saturday so we don't have to work so hard on Sunday, but sometimes we do have to work pretty hard on Sunday. But we like to reserve it as the Lord's Day as much as possible. But we do what we have to do.
Oh, now we can
Farm
talk.
rolling.
I don't know if he wants to see the grains here or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
This is for a herd mix.
Yeah, that means nothing to me, right?
It means everything to the cows and their production and their health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Much healthier if the food is blended. They just don't eat just corn silage and then hay, because they'll get too much corn and not enough roughage. So this blends everything: mids, corn silage, barley, ground corn, cottonseed. Everything blends it up so everything
They can't
is
choose what to eat.
homogenized, and so they can't separate the grain that gives them too much starch, too much energy. But every bite is the same. It's uniform. And so that unit right there is what does it.
Now, what makes the cows want to eat this, besides the fact they might be hungry? Is there any molasses or anything in it that tastes good to them?
Well, see, cows love corn, silage. Cows loves everything that's in there. Yeah, other than maybe the minerals they might not eat separate. They would eat those separate on their own.
What about the peanut hulls? Do they mix
That's a
in?
fiber source, yes. See, when I was a boy, we fed corn silage, a little hay, and if the cows got loose, we would feed them some peanut hulls. Now there's hay and peanut hulls, a good level of fiber in every bite. So the cows are much healthier now than when I was a boy. Much healthier. Well, we have a nutritionist that tells us what to put in, and everything's scientifically formulated. So it's just a whole lot different. You want that cow high energy, A lot of fiber. See, they're a ruminant. They're a ruminant. So they got to have fiber or they're not going to be healthy. So that hay in peanut hulls is very critical. But you don't want too much of that or they can't eat as much. That's bulky. So you want to put a lot, they want to have a certain amount of space. You put all the feed in there you can get in that amount of space because that makes them give more milk. And that's what it's all about. Milk
How do
production.
you know things are right? Do you test their manure? Do you have to test their
Oh,
blood?
they test everything. Corn silage, the barley, the hay's tested. They know what peanut hulls is. They know what wheat midds is. They know what corn. Everything is tested for not just the protein and the energy level, but for the calcium, for the trace minerals, even the trace minerals. And so they know exactly then on the minerals. The TMR, the two smaller beans have what they call a TMR grain, and it has some soybean meal in it, protein in it, but a lot of minerals, salt, and trace minerals to perfectly balance the cow out for the best health, for maximum production, maximum health.
So the salt is in their food.
Oh, absolutely.
looking
And we
for-
free choice salt too.
I kept looking for a block of salt. You don't do that.
Well, they're along the bunk some, but there's plenty of salt in here too. The normal amount is here. If they want more, it's available at the
You use
bunk.
a trace mineral salt, or you just use it?
They use whatever they feel is best. They use salt and then they put trace minerals in it too. There's a lot of trace minerals, so yeah. So everything's to keep the cow very healthy, eating well, wanting to eat, and it works.
So
It just
Mondays,
works.
put in 2 bales, and is that it? Or do you?
Oh yeah, now we'll use that up probably by Wednesday. We'll use that much up because see, we have a heifer mix that takes 350 pounds per mix. We'll do on Wednesday. We put 200 pounds in per herd mix twice a day. We make 2 mixes a day for the herd. And then a dry cow mix takes 350 pounds. And so
Yeah,
we're using that hay all the time.
We'll do another 2 bales on Wednesday.
That's right. And we'll do that again on Wednesday. We use hay all the
So
time.
what are we talking about? 200 cows, or gonna eat all that?
We have 215 milking cows, but
Then
then
we have
there's about-
heifers. We have
Then
little
there's heifers
calves.
and drives. There's about another 200 heifers. Well, no, we have down there heifers. There's maybe 100, 150 heifers and dry cows and pre-fresh. There's about 20 dry cows, about 15 pre-fresh. So there's a lot of animals partaking of that, eating it.
Well,
So you're constantly bringing in the stuff, aren't you?
Every Thursday we go to Harrisonburg and buy energy booster and calf feed and over there's dry cow minerals and heifer minerals. Yeah, we're
Now,
doing that.
how do they get their water? Do they have a pond, or do you have some special water?
Oh no, we have pure water from a well
Okay,
because
can't
they
take a
would
chance.
prefer
Yeah.
we would prefer ponds
Yeah.
are okay for 50, 60 years ago, but not
Yeah, I
anymore.
was
We
gonna-
like our cows healthier than that.
Used to, it was a pond. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when the cows weren't eating, weren't drinking, she was swimming.
Fresh well water.
Yeah.
What?
Hey there, Damien. How are you?
What? What's Peggy doing?
You know, I think she's out washing and ironing today.
What?
Washing and ironing clothes today. She likes to do that.
Give milk? What are you watching?
I'm watching your granddad mix up feed. Can you run that machine?
Do it.
I bet if they don't keep an eye on you, you'll be running it.
And maybe I already said our nutritionist tells us exactly how much to put in. I just didn't have hazardly put that feed in there. It's 200 pounds of hay, 100 pounds of peanut hulls. They're both fiber sources. And then wheat midds, which actually we use to stretch the corn silage. That was what we first made.
Yep.
And whole cottonseed is a special ingredient. You can't feed too much. It has too much oil in it. If you feed too much cottonseed, it'll make the cow sick. And so they put in, but it has fiber, energy, and protein all in one. So we really like that source, but we got to use a limited amount.
Right.
And then the corn here is basically for energy. But it was, there was exact poundage. Now we don't go to the pound. We try to stay within 10, 15, 20 pounds. What they say is because that mix uniformity keeps the cow's digestive tract working well.
Right.
Uniform mix day to day. You don't want to be going up and down on mounts and altering them a lot. want to stay uniform.
Keep it uniform, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what makes them happy. Now, what I'll do is I'll pop that off, then I'll put them in the shaving shooter there and bed the stalls here. Because we bed them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, bed them 3 times a week.
Is that shavings?
Yeah, that shavings right there.
Okay.
And that's the shavings, and then we bed 2 big shaving shooter there, 2 dips on side 1, 2 dips on side 2, and then 1 dip on the pre-fresh to keep the bedded up the stalls really nice. Because it's important, it's comfortable. It's all about cow comfort.
Yeah, you.
Treating cows nice, making them happy.
Well. Stalls is what he calls it, and that is he's spraying some wood chips on it. Hey, why don't you tell us what we're doing?
I don't know why.
You don't want to talk to him? All right, so Jared's in there right now bedding down the stalls, which is throwing debris and dust on it. We're going to get out of the way in a minute. And what's really cool about this, guys, is the fans are all going in the same direction. And in about a minute, 30 seconds or so, it's going to be back to clear air in here. One of the things that Jared was talking about earlier was how important it is to keep the animals comfortable. And this area over here is where he's got his beds. What are these pipes here for? They look like they're part of the
This is
the rack
a summer
system.
project we have. The freestall, we put freestalls in, we built this place, which is 17 years ago, and they done wore out. These are the hoops for the freestalls where the cows lay.
Okay.
And we're in the process, every once in a while we get a free hour or 2, grab 2 guys, and we try to put more freestalls in new.
All right, let's
This
just,
is a big project right here.
let me just simply say we know your line at this point. There's no free time on a farm.
I know, but
There's none.
we have to make time for this, because to hire a crew for something we can do ourselves, we just bite the bullet
You're losing money.
and do it.
You're not as efficient
This
either.
right here is an expensive project. I mean, a pretty expensive project right here, but it's something you just got to do to keep milking. Right there's the freestall where the cows lay.
Hey, Moo Cow. How are you, sweetie? No? It's okay. We won't grab you now. All right, so who's this gentleman over here?
This is our full-time help hunter. He lives right up the road here. He's been working for about 4 years. He does a great job. He's cleaning the water control so the cows have fresh water. We do that every time we bed. And then he's cleaning the free stalls, cleaning all the poop out, less bacteria, things so when he's done with that, he'll go down and clean the other side, and then he'll come up and use a skid loader and scrape and get it all clean. We do this
Rubber on the floors?
we scrape 3 times a day.
What do you do with all the poop?
It goes in the north pit.
Okay, we'll see that in a minute. I hope. So what is this thing right here? What kind of scraper is it?
This is a rubber tire scraper.
Hey, that's a tire.
Yeah,
That's an old tire.
they say it's earth moving. What are those big earth moving tires?
Oh, you're getting me wet. So that's gonna water it down in order for it to scrape better.
No, this is for the cows.
To keep the cows
aren't
cool?
Here, yeah.
Really?
When they're eating, here's the computer. When it gets to a certain temperature right here, here on the farm, it's our goal to keep the cows as cool as possible. So we put this water system in, and here's a thermometer that tells us what temperature it is, and when it gets to a certain temperature, it tells us the water system to turn on for like 20 seconds every like 1 minute or 2 minutes when we have it set on.
mean, this milk shows up at Walmart for nothing.
Farming is a very labor-intensive operation because everything we do right now is pretty much manual labor. The robots, it can be practical in some things, but nothing like having it done right and not having the computers to work on it.
Right.
So right now we're still sticking with the manual labor. We feel like that's right now is the best way of doing things. But the main goal is keeping the cows comfortable at all times. That's what we have all these zillion fans in here, and the wind is whipping through here to keep the flies off. A big thing of keeping the cows comfortable is keeping flies away from the cows. And that way they'll stay spread out. You notice that all the cows are spread out all the way to the end of the barn.
Yeah.
And the number one goal, you can keep that possible, is keeping the flies off. There's three kinds of flies. There's head flies, there's back flies, and there's leg flies underneath. And the main goal is keeping all those kinds of flies off the cow.
How many years does the cow last for milking purposes?
It varies for every cow, of course, but I said probably the average is 4 lactations. It's about 1 lactation a year, approximately. So you're looking at four years of milking. It takes 2 years for the cow even to have his first calf. So the cow will be 6 years old.
They seem to live a pretty good life here.
They're spoiled, but we hold them to a high expectation. We don't get too attached to our cows. We love our cows, we take good care of them, but if they don't hold up to a certain standard, they will ride down the road. So you gotta milk all those cows up there first.
Now wait a minute, he's gonna milk what, let me understand this. So you're telling me that he's gonna milk that set up there, bring him in here.
This side up and do this side.
Oh, I thought you only milked once.
We do 2 sides.
2 sets.
This is side 1, this is side 2. This is more the mature cows over here. Most of these cows are heifers with the first lactation animals over here. We do have some older ones mixed in over here. Most of these are heifers on this side. The heifers do good because they're in the same social group.
Right.
Keep everything socially. They don't do good with social changes.
Right.
So that's why we have 2 sides.
I can understand that.
And we scrape the whole pen in the pre-fresh alley once a day, and this is the scrape out to the lagoon. It's about 1 million gallons right here. And the other scrape out for the whole, the freestall barn is down there at the end of the freestall. We have 2 spots for the manure pumps over there, and then over there we have 2 big manure pumps come out with 6 big tractor trailer tankers come in and haul out. It takes about a day and a half to haul a 1 million gallons, I guess it would be.
Where'd I go from here?
They go on all the cornfields you see around here in the 5-mile radius is ours. They haul it out and spread it out wherever they can where it's not too wet at the time. We're very careful, try not to get them stuck to hurt or compaction on the ground. Just go on the dry ground. So
If the bobcat goes in there?
but it's gradually. They usually can get back out if it does.
You telling me a bobcat can get up this?
If they push themselves.
Oh, use the bucket.
Yeah. Now, I don't recommend it, but you won't.
I wouldn't want to be on it.
You can stop yourself.
How deep is it in there?
It goes another, let's see, there, I guess 8 foot deep further than that, maybe 6.
And how often do you
Spring and fall. We pump out after we chop the barley, and then after we chop corn. Every time we chop, we pump.
Gotcha.
Every time we can, before we plant the next crop, we pump. And this lagoon is almost not big enough for us. I mean, you can tell how far it goes up. It goes up about to the fence sometimes. So I wish we'd have built bigger, but we thought it would be big enough when we built this whole place. Which this whole place took about 2 years to build in itself.
I remember that. I used to ride my bike over here.
Serious?
Yeah, well that whole ridge right there is a trail called Shandell Mountain Trail.
Yeah.
I've ridden that whole thing and I'd look over at your dairy. Then I'd come over here and go
What really
fishing.
hurt us the first year, we did a lot of the excavation ourselves. We bought the bulldozers and stuff and rented the bulldozers. The year we did, the spring was so wet. I mean, it took us a year about to excavate for this whole place. From here, there's them trees, over to the cornfield was all trees. 17 acres of trees we had to take out right here. And it's not fun to do it in the mud. And that's one of the reasons why it took so long. It just rained like all the time, like it kind of did this spring.
Yeah. All right, Hunter, maybe since you're here, can we talk to you real quick?
Sure.
All right. Man, you really got my camera messed up, dude. You could at least clean it up a little bit.
I thought.
I bet we got some good footage though. All right, I understand that you are not, are you from here?
I lived out here until 2nd grade, and then moved out to Stanton, Waynesboro area, and then moved back out here about 6 years ago.
Okay. How far away do you live?
About a mile.
Wow, that's amazing to have such good people so close. Because there's not many people out here. And I know everybody out here is pretty good for sure. But gosh, there's not many people here. So to have somebody that would want to come out and help, what a blessing that can be.
Yeah, I had family ties, so it worked out.
Now, what'd you do before you came here to work?
I worked for a man who had adoptive sons.
What is that?
He had adoptive sons. He used
Okay.
to be a police officer, and then eventually he started adopting some of the sons who were living like in group home settings, who other people were not wanting to adopt.
Okay.
So I worked helping with him, with his sons.
Neato.
He was very nice to come out here and get farming experience. First time he called me and wondered about the job. I was like, do you have any farming experience? He's like, well, I've run a tiller in the garden. I'm like, okay. I was like, could you come out here and see if you could run a skid loader? And he jumped in a skid loader for like 5 minutes and run the booms up and down, steered it around. He's like, yep, I'm good to go. I'm like, praise the Lord, let's get it on. And it's been a wonderful ride ever since.
I've had good instruction for sure.
Praise the Lord. This has been a good experience with Hunter, for sure.
Well, Hunter, thanks for taking a minute and just talking to me. I know I didn't shake your hand earlier. I'm Kevin.
And them children
Kevin.
took care
Kevin,
of
yeah.
were handicapped children, right? You took care of handicapped
Yeah,
children?
they had different labels, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you always come out looking like a ghost?
I don't know.
You have powder all over you.
Oh, on
That's
the
the
shaving
dust.
net, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Hunter.
That's okay.
Oh, it's part
funny.
of the... Yeah, you get some dust on you when we bed, for sure.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to go feed. Check this out. That is a really, oh. So it's churning up. It's getting to come out the side here in a minute, and now we're moving. Jared's trying to scare me. We're going right through the barn.
setting up the cows for milking now.
Okay.
Y'all would like to
Yeah, let's go check them out.
check that out? The milking is just.
Oh, they're all starting. Hey, man. It's a good day. How are you?
Looks like you're all in the video today.
We're going to take a little video. Oh, wait a minute. She's already leaking. We got a leak over here. I'm putting a couple of these on. All right. Where's your vacuum pump?
Vacuum pumps are over here. I think it's a 545 motor.
You got a backup vacuum pump?
Yeah,
You ever lose electricity here?
way too often.
What do you do in that case?
We have a PTO driven generator. We have to hook up the tractor, hook it up, and it runs everything.
How many kW?
Oh, you put me on the spot here. I'd have to look. It's a lot. We have to turn off some of the fans when we run the generator. Other than that, it'll run the vacuum pump, it'll run the coolers, it'll run the milk and powder quite well.
How do you cool the water down for the plate cooler?
Well, it's just right out of the well.
You're kidding.
And then we reuse it. It goes into this tank over here, and the cows drink it after. So it's recycled.
Right.
So it's wonderful.
That is
The
good.
cows love it because it's not so cold, especially in the wintertime. So when the cows are being milked, it comes down through here, it's pumped up through this nice big filter. It's a perfectly clean, very fine filter. Then moves up here through cold, but the plate cooler is.
Yep.
And it's like a radiator. The water is just running in circles and cools it down to about 55 degrees by the time it comes out of here.
Really?
And then it runs and pumps it over to this bulk tank here, and all the milk in here is 37 degrees.
Oh.
So it's empty now. This first cow are just running in. So if all the milk's 37 degrees, it's automatically 37 degrees when it runs into 37 degree milk.
Really?
By the end of milk, it might go up to 40, but that's the max. That's how you get the best tasting milk is get it cooled to 40 degrees as soon as possible. That's how you get the best tasting milk.
You think that holds true for people who are hand milking?
Yes. That's why our milk tastes, in my opinion, better. In my opinion, that's why our milk tastes better than the hand milk because they don't cool it fast enough.
Okay.
In my opinion.
How many more cows do you have to milk?
That's it.
How long does your cleanup take? How long?
Yeah, 2 people.
You gotta go.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I already got some milk. I'm good. I can go in the back, take a nap, maybe. Can you explain this to me again, the milker thing? For this guy that's inside of here?
Well, this is the meter.
This is a meter.
What weighs the milk. It's 6.8 pounds. So it's weighing it as it goes through. See it shuts, weighs it, dumps it, shuts, weighs it, dumps it.
Right.
Holes in there that's weighing it. So once you start producing less milk, you realize that there's not much going through, then automatically pulls it off. So certain amount of pounds per minute. Once it gets down to a certain amount, it knows to pull it off. It weighs it for us, we like to keep track of how much our cows are giving. One's not giving much, they're probably sick. So it's pretty nice to have that.
Wow, that's really cool. And on average, how many gallons of milk will you get out of one of these cows per day?
We're averaging right around 90 pounds, which is those 8.5 pounds per gallon of milk. So
Say that again?
8.5 pounds per gallon of milk, 8.6 to be exact.
Is what a gallon of milk weighs.
Yeah, so we're rated 10, 11 gallons a day
Per cow.
per cow.
Oh wow, that's a lot of milk. Do you guys get all the milk that you consume in your family
Oh yeah.
here? That's got to be a good benefit of the job.
Yeah, we also make yogurt with it. And my wife makes some cheese sometimes.
But have you? This is raw milk. This hasn't been homogenized. It hasn't been pasteurized.
Totally unprocessed. Only thing it's done is cool.
That is the best milk I think I've had in almost ever.
It's good for you.
It is.
Like, kids growing up, we never broke our bones. We drank so much milk, it just made them so strong. Something else is going to break before we did. And we did lots of stupid stuff, trust me. Playing football, tackle football with no pads on.
We all do dumb stuff growing up. I don't think I've quite stopped that yet.
Jared, when he was a kid, he loved milk. He would drink like a gallon a day.
That's what he was saying.
Straight milk.
Here at our house, we go through 6, 7 gallons a week.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, it's me. I love milk. All right, hold on a second. Tell me what you're doing real quick.
All right, I'm putting a post-dip on.
Oh, what?
This is a barrier dip. It's a post-dip we put on after we milk them. And it kills bacteria. And it creates a liner, basically, on the teeth so it doesn't let bacteria come in.
Okay.
It's been really good for us. This is the Arctic Shield. It's called Arctic Shield Teeth Dip.
That one only had 3? Or did it have 4?
That's 4 and bacteria close.
Gotcha. All right.
Some of them are like that.
Do you ever get pooped on?
Oh, yeah.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah. This hat protects you.
You need to build that farm's hat.
But I get poop on the arms.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Just another day with farm.
Now, so you put all the cows in. I see you have electronics. Are you monitoring each cow's production or just the overall general production of what you got?
Basically, what this does is let us know how much we're giving so we can know if they're sick or not. We're down on milk production.
Say that again?
If we're down on milk production, we monitor them then. But this is not connected to my computer. This is basically for keeping our own records to know what we're getting.
Oh, now that's cool. What are you doing, girl? I'm getting out of here.
You're okay.
Is your food in there for me?
They just stand there and wait, and they just wait, and then they go out there. It goes to their barn. They have a hall that goes to their barn.
That's cool.
And so that we don't have to chase them down, but when we're like done the next group, we chase them down so we don't get the cows mixed up.
We go to put the bottom on the dip on the teats.
So that's a different, this is dried, right?
This is our foam dipper. We put foam on. This is our antibacterial.
Now hold on, what is this again?
This is our pre-dip.
Let me back up a little bit. Go ahead.
This is our antibacterial. It kills bacteria within 10 seconds.
Really?
It's
You
really
put that on your kids' feet?
Yeah, that would work. So I put that on, give it about 20 seconds, and then I come to wipe it off, clean them up good. Also, just massage them a little bit, gets a good letdown. Rub them a little bit like that.
Have you ever seen a cow not want to let down?
Oh yeah. Especially when they're first fresh, they're not always used to it.
Yeah.
It takes a little time to get into it. Especially the first time heifers, they've never done it before, never let that milk. So if you massage them, that causes oxytocin to be released, which causes letdown.
Okay.
Now here's a mastitis cow.
She's got mastitis?
You got that thick stuff? That's not normal milk.
So Now, what does that mean? What are you going to do there?
Well, we've been treating her, penicillin and treatments to try to get her over it. It's just taking her a while to recover. This is your normal milk, right?
Right.
Nice. See? That's how you want it to taste. But this here, I wouldn't drink that.
You wouldn't drink that?
You want to?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want to drink that.
I think it's almost cream cheese or something.
Free cheese? That's gross.
Okay. So I need to speak up a little.
You got, yeah, it's, wow, holy cow. Oh my
Like
gosh,
this one?
that's huge. You guys,
Good producer.
good, yeah, I call it a good producer. Wow, she doesn't have any teeth.
You can tell.
What?
Years ago, cows weighed about 1,300 pounds average. These cows are probably average, what, 1,500 pounds.
You gotta speak up really loud.
Okay, because these are big cows, and that helps them eat more, and of course, they produce more. But the genetics are worlds better. When I was a boy, the udders, a lot of them were way down here. The type of the udders was down. Now with genetics, they give more milk, and they got a smaller udder. This is all from genetics. We use AI service, artificial insemination on the cows.
Yeah.
Or if you want this on the video.
That's fine. Well, we'll take it,
You
but
clip out what you don't like.
Right.
Okay? And the genetics, the feet, the type of these cows, the feet, angle, the udders, the teeth placement is way more on the bottom. These cows, they're worlds nicer than when I was a boy.
so that was what, back in the Stone Age?
A few years ago, let's just say a few years ago.
This is what we do with the mastitis cow milk. We're putting it directly in this pail here.
All right, so what do you do with it? Why is that?
We hooked it up to the pail because this is the treated cow. We don't want the treated milk. Antibiotics in her system.
Oh, so that entire cow's milk, you're not gonna use it all.
This will go to the calves.
Okay, makes sense.
The older calves can handle the milk with a little mastitis in it. Now the younger calves, we keep the fresh cow milk.
Okay. How many bottle calves do you have?
We have about 18.
18?
We run 12 to 15 on an average.
So how often are you going to bottle feed those calves?
Twice a day, morning and afternoon.
Do you do that yourself?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, whoever's available in the workforce, it rotates among us. Whoever's available, feeds them. Yeah, you can see that. Wow. Very healthy cows. Yeah. In fact, since we started feeding cow's milk versus milk replacement, which is powder, milk in water, the calves are much healthier.
Right.
Bigger,
Oh, I would that. Think so.
they're much healthier. So that was, we started doing that a number of years ago, and it's made for a much healthier calf.
What happened to these two? They decided not to want to give up any?
No, they're done. He's post-dipping.
Oh, oh, that's right.
He's post-dipping. He's letting them out one group at a time. And
How does he let them out?
pushes the button and the gap.
Ah.
Oh, you might want to go front and
Yeah, I got that coming in.
All I gotta do is put my hand up at the butt after I dip it before. It makes it nice to let 4 out at a time, or they don't get
So they don't get bunched up?
one stuff.
but they're happy. They don't rush out. But they're happy to get air coming in. They stand there. They're happy. It's all about keeping your cows comfortable. That's what it's all about. Keeping them comfortable and happy.
All right, say that again.
See how that cutter gate moves over her? The next
Yeah.
opens up. It does that for all 12. And they're used to that. They do it like it's a habit. They do it like it's different. Doing it good.
So you don't feed them at all when they're being milked?
Used to.
Yeah, you can talk.
They used to, but what happens, if you wasn't a good producer, you don't feed her a limited amount, and she would get upset and she'd stomp on the milker.
Oh,
The milking process goes worlds better. You never feed them here, and they get all their forage and their goods out there on the bunk.
okay.
We used to feed them, and if you fed them the whole time, but you feed them that grain, that's slow feeding, and that lowers the butter fat, lowers the fiber level. It's not good for a cow. You're way better to feed all the good. Feed a cow cow's chewing her cud. That's a healthy cow. Cow chewing her cud is a healthy cow. She's ruminating. She's a ruminant.
Right.
That's why we got to get the right level of fiber in her so she will belch it back up, chew her cud. That's a healthy cow.
Right, that sounds gross, but okay.
It's good. No, they re-chew it. Yeah, we don't need to re-chew ourselves, but they need people. They pulverize it, put slop in it, it makes it more digestible, and they get more nutrition from the same food source. See, it's just the way God made them. It's wonderful.
Two things. So I see collars on them.
Yes.
Are those electronic in any way?
They work on a computer. Yes, they work on he has a computer down there, and it does two main things. It does the amount of activity they do, and then also when they move their head up and down, they ruminate. When they're chewing their cud, they ruminate. So it tells them when a cow is not ruminating the way she should, and it tells them also when there's more activity, when they're in heat. It tells them exactly when to breed these cows, and our conception rate has been way up with those neck bands on them.
So basically what you're telling me, that's a Fitbit for a cow. You know what a Fitbit is?
Whatever you want to call it.
I think some of our viewers know what a Fitbit is, so that'll be funny to them. To me, I don't wear a Fitbit, but my wife does sometimes. It tells a lot of things about what she's doing. It's not a way for me to keep tabs on her, because we live on a farm. I know where she is most of the time, but in case, that's what the cell phone does.
Yeah, it won't tell us where they're at, but it tells us all about their health.
That's pretty amazing.
And it gets the normal, so when the activity's more, it tells you that she got out, that she can eat, and when she's not ruminating, she's sick, and it helps us a lot with herd health, and of course with the pregnancy rate, which is everything for us too.
Yeah.
We want these cows to come for us every 13 months, all their life. Every 13 months they have a calf. 2 months before they have a calf, they're put dry and not milk, so the udder can rest, and they can restore their body some. Then you have another calf, and it works. It's a cycle that you want to keep happening. But they're happy cows, well fed. You've probably seen them laying in the stalls, happy in the stalls, 15, 16 hours a day. And they're just, it's all about cow comfort and keeping them healthy and comfortable.
That's what Jared was saying. Really about the comfort of the animal. Are these gates operated by pneumatic, or is that hydraulic? They look like they're pneumatic. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But we have a big air compressor that runs this whole operation here.
So how long do you get out of a milking parlor before you have to kind of gut it and start over?
Well, a lot of people say 20 years. This has been in 17 years. It's in fine shape. I dare say we'll probably get another 10 years. I remember Jared said probably if we keep dairying, there'll probably be robots here within 10 years. Robots,
Right.
digital milk, and then they come. It's just a totally different concept. But that's probably what will be here if the grandchildren want to keep milking. That's something that. But this is a great parlor because it's rapidly come in out rapidly. It's very efficient. But the cows are cool. Yeah, we moved back here in 2005, and actually I've been a farmer all my life. Louder. I've been a farmer all my life, and I've really enjoyed it. Now, actually, we was asked to come back here and start a church, which we felt good with doing. We enjoyed that, and so these buildings are on this side. Milk and parlor, shop, the commodity shed was all in woods. We pushed out about 16 acres of woods to build this facility, and that was good because we kept our cropland in for crops, which we really do need. So I've been a farmer all my life. My father was a farmer, but we did pray much about what we should do, and we thought the Lord was leading us to dairy farm. This is the only dairy farm in Highland and Bath County, and so we're kind of rare. So we felt blessed to come back here. The Lord called us here. We love the people. We love the land. We enjoy. We feel blessed because farmers, we get to till the soil, see the corn grow. What a blessing. We get to raise calves. And it's just such a blessing to see animals grow, keep them healthy, do what you can. I actually try to stay on the cutting edge of science and technology, so you can always want to do a better job with the same feed sources. We always want to do a better job. And so it's just such a blessing to be out in nature, and be with your family through the day, and morning and evening you're with your family. They come, they learn to enjoy calves, they learn to enjoy the work of life. And it's just very much a family-oriented vocation, which is a real blessing. We really enjoy that.
I understand that faith is really important to you. Tell me about your faith and why you guys are here.
Yes. We're here because we love the Lord, and actually we want to spread the good news that Jesus saves everywhere. Now, we know there's other churches here, and yet, you know, a lot of people haven't heard about Jesus and how he saves and delivers us from the bondage of sin. And so we come here just to be a living example of the way Jesus would want us to live. And we try to be that with his help. And so it's a real blessing to get to know the people of Highland and Bath County. They're wonderful people. We love interacting with them. And we just try to be people of integrity, honesty, hard-working people, and people that are easy to like. Because we think that's what Jesus would like us to be, is loving, warm people, inclusive. And that's why we try to be that as a family. We try to be that as a brotherhood at our church. And so I want everyone to know they're welcome to come to McDowell Mennonite Church. They're welcome. And we like to, and they'll find neighbors there, and they'll find our people there, and we're just a big happy family trying to serve the Lord faithfully.
And you guys you're okay with letting Baptists come out and hang out with you?
Yeah. Anytime. I said we don't ask what church or faith they come from. As long as we want to serve the Lord and want to be true to him and faithful to him, we want to aid them in their faithful walk with Jesus. That's what we're here for.
And that's right, I won't be feeding all of those stuff. We need some of that.
We start feeding them all the evening, they'll feed them all the time. When they get about 6 weeks old.
This is what we're doing right now. We're feeding the calves. Here's a instead of bottles, we use these buckets with the nipple on the end so they can suck it all out, and they have their feed right down there.
One of them's biting me.
This calf, this calf is good and
What's here?
drinks pretty good,
Yeah.
and it's.
Hey, buddy.
Bella.
What's your name?
That's the worst calf. Yeah, Bella. And so
Yeah.
it's about.
I thought that was the worst calf right there. Brr.
See, they're drinking it all. It's about done.
It's all done.
But
is all
they need
going?
to eat it all.
Now what do you do?
Now we take it off and we bring it over. Take it to the light. And this is our chair. We wash everything.
Yeah.
Fill it up again. And then they'll wash them off.
That's really cool.
They get filled up again. Do it again.
All right, guys. Let's go see him work on a cow. Can we do that?
Yeah, there.
You're drenching her.
Drenching her. I'm going to drench her with propylene, calcium, dried whey, potassium, chloride, sodium, chloride, mineral oil. Anyway, lots of goodies in there. But, you know, this heifer, she flushed not too long ago. She kind of had a hard calving. And after that, sometimes they get a little bit of lackadaisical. They need something to pick them up a little bit, get them going. So I'm going to drench.
Need any milk?
Give her.
Now, when we drench our sheep, or actually we only drench our sheep, or alpacas, we use a gun. How are you going to get that in her?
She's got the pulp there.
Oh.
And also, we'll give her a pill that's going to help boost her little calcium. This is just a small little pill to help her with any calcium issues she may have.
That ain't a small pill.
You don't think?
No.
You want to try it?
Yeah, I'll try. I'm a sucker for buying anything. Hey guys, come on.
What I do is put my hand inside of her mouth, get to open up. She doesn't like it when I get my knee under her.
So you're going all the way in?
Inject her all the way. You go all the way down, then you pull it.
Serious?
Make sure it's all the way down in there. And you want to stay in.
So you gotta hold her head up?
Oh, look at that.
Oh!
They get good at spitting it down.
Try another one?
I think I just piece of it. You think I had it down there far enough, right? She's good at spitting it out.
Yeah.
We'll try it again. Now, girl, let's spit down here. They can feel. When they go like that on their nose, you can stay on.
Really? How often do you find yourself doing this?
I did another one earlier today. Just depends how many cows you have that need a little upper. Now, I drench cows almost every day.
Do you really?
Sometimes 3 or 4.
No way. You clip that on her nose?
That holds it in, see? You don't have to sit there and hold it in.
No way.
Watch out, buddy.
You're ready to pump it in, pump it in.
No way.
You're kidding.
No way. What? Daddy's big. On the top.
You can screw it on the hose? Is that what that's for?
Now, we'll give her some water. I'll do that for about a minute. I'll give her about 10 gallons of water.
Are you for real?
That keeps getting hydrated.
Is she full?
Every now and then you gotta give a little break, Daddy. Warm it up a little. Some of them do, some of them don't.
Wow.
She knows they're chewing, they're taking a deal.
Right.
Stop chewing, man.
So, how do you know that you're not going in the lumps?
Usually within, some people kind of feel the end of the drench gun. You can feel it, it's not the lungs, but I can just do a couple pumps and I can tell whether they're taking it or not. If they're gonna just look like they're not feeling good and they're gonna, then you know, like over the wrong place.
Right.
Did you get a video of the tags? See the tags there?
Yeah.
They're on the left side of their, right behind their ear.
Right?
There. That tag is sitting there and it's able to read how many, every time it's walking, it's able to calculate how many steps it's taken. Whenever it swallows, it's able to tell how many times it's swallowing and eating. So it's keeping track of that constantly, which is a big deal because whenever they're walking too much, usually they're in heat or something's wrong with them. And when they're not eating enough, that's when they're sick usually, they're not swallowing. So it's recording all that to my computer. So I can come out in the morning and check which cows are eating on the activity list and which cows are on the rumination list which aren't eating like they should. I'll show you.
Yeah, let's see that. Like if you've got one that's going to go down, will it tell you that?
Well, it simply tells me my health reports. That tells you the sick cows. So this is 2408 that we're working on.
Right.
2408 says she has rumination low, minus 25. So she's dropped approximately 25 points of rumination, which is not horrible, but I like to see the rumination up there around 400 to 500, and it's only at 150. So that means she's got something bothering her. This one here is really bad. 2387 is minus 40 at 5 rumination. So that's really telling me that she's not eating hardly at all. And I worked on her this morning earlier. I gave her some hay. Something is wrong with her. Now then, I can check the cows that eat. This morning I bred 3 cows. Told me
You
they were.
bred 3 cows this morning?
Yeah, I breed cows almost every day. But I go by this system here, and it says the heat index, which tells you the activity. When it's 100, you know they had a real strong heat and they were running around. When it's down 50, 60, it's not quite as good, but she's probably in heat. But all these 4 were in heat last night. And it tells me how many hours since they were last standing, since they were last running around. And this one's at 10 hours. And this was just fresh, so I'm not going to breed her. But it tells me how many hours since they were last high activity, which is important in breeding because you're supposed to wait 6 to 12 hours after they're in heat, after they're running around to breed. So I can check how many hours since they were last in heat. So it's really, really handy. This system is helping so much. And I can look up different reports, fresh cow reports and stuff, tell me which ones are having issues.
Oh, wow. Now that's cool. All right, I can see Claire enjoying this. Banging away. Now what's in the bedding? So,
You see how fast that wind's blowing?
yeah, I know. That was awesome.
2 years ago, we doubled the fan capacity. We put 2 fans up there instead of 1.
Did that really make a big difference?
Yeah, it started blowing away our shavings, so we had to tilt the fans up more. 4 or 5 years ago, we put these big 3-footers up. I mean, they're 4-footers right there.
They look like a whole house fan. Is all the fans in here 3-phase?
No, those 3-footers are single phase. These big ones are 3-phase. I wish everything was 3-phase, but not everything. The 4-footers are 3-phase.
What are you doing? Will you lick me? See if you lick my camera. I don't know.
It's getting really close to her.
She's getting rained on. Is that how you guys get your baths?
Yeah.
You come out here and get a bath with that water?
There's a scrape at home.
So tell me about the shade, not the shaving. Tell me about the bedding. Like they're not water beds, but they're something that the animals are sitting on. Why do you have that and what's it about?
Yes, where the cows lay is very critical because if they don't like it, their hocks will get sore, they won't send milk, they'll stand up, and the cow's supposed to lay down 17 hours a day. So it's very critical you have a good, soft place for them to lay. And what we found works really well is called a Zartman mat. It's a rubber tire and with gel mixed together. So we're actually recycling tires is what they're doing and gel at the same time, and they made it about 3 inches deep and they're about 4 foot wide. We lay it down and then we put a tarp over that and then we put shavings. We bed them twice, every 2 days we put shavings on top of that. And they absolutely love those. We found out that works really well. We have very few alley layers, which the cows lay in the alley or the alley layers, and the mats work quite well with the tires and the gel. And the thing is, the trick about the mat is you don't want too soft. They don't like laying on like an airbed type situation. You want it to feel as much like ground dirt as much as possible. And we found that mat we found works very, very well.
So tell me about your corn. We're standing next to what looks to be some really tall corn. In my house, my corn's only like a foot to 3 feet down. It's not even 2 foot off the ground. Our corn's just so short, it's not even funny. So when did you plant? How often do you plant? Do you get 1 or 2 harvests out of it or just 1?
Yes, for the summer crop, we plant corn. We plant 2 different kinds this year. Most of the corn is actually Augusta seed. And then the other little amount I got was called Red Tag. It's not a commercial, but we till the ground. Sometimes we try to get by with no till, but we haul a lot of manure out in the ground to make it as fertile as possible. And we haul bed pack. We put a liquid nitrogen down, dry nitrogen, so we feed as much as possible, and then God takes care of the rest. He sends the rain, sends the sunshine to,
Do you wind up with 2 harvests a year or maybe 1?
Our cover crop during the winter time is barley. We plant barley about October, after we chop this corn. We'll chop this corn about the end of September. We'll chop this corn, and then we'll disc if we need to disc, whole manure, and then we'll come over with the cover crop with barley, and then we chop that soft dough about May, about middle of May 25, somewhere in there. We'll chop that barley and then start this whole cycle of planting corn around June 8th all over again. It's just it's a vicious cycle.
Do you find that you deplete any of your soils? You ever find that you have a bad section in our crop, or?
It does kind of go in, no, we feed it enough that we don't deplete our soils. We have enough manure and nutrients to go around quite well with the cows and stuff. But there is some years there are more wet spots than normal.
Right.
Which we try to stay away from and let them dry up. And that's why some areas we disc, and that will help, it aerates the ground and it will dry up. But then you have to watch for erosion when you disc. So that's something we gotta keep a close eye on.
And use a no-till planter?
We do, but we do disc a good bit too. No-till can go into disc ground as well.
All right, guys. Oh man, I'm full. Hard to tell.
How many gallons of milk did you drink?
At least one. I did. I like to put 10 more in my car. It's finish them in a couple of days. I mean, this is so good. I can't wait till our cow comes in.
Thank you so much for coming visiting with us today.
I really enjoyed my time, guys. Honestly, I've never been to a dairy, and this has been the most fun. It's like Disneyland for me. It's pretty cool. We had a good time. We learned about the hay with the mixing. What do you guys call that?
Mixer wagon.
A mixer wagon, but you had to do something to it first. You had to chop it up.
Chop the hay up, then we made a mix for the cows.
Right.
A ration.
And then what we do is we didn't feed right away. We had to come in, and you were milking. Weren't you milking?
Yeah, we milk the cows through the fed them out.
Okay. And how many cows do we milk today?
216.
216. How many gallons of milk do you think we got? I know you guys work in pounds. I work in gallons. What is that? What do you think that equals out to?
Yeah, today they get about 11 gallons a day, so about 4 gallons of milk.
Okay.
So 4 times 200.
100?
200 gallons. Around there.
Wow.
1,000
gallons a day. 1,000 gallons of milking. And how often do you milk?
But that's not coming out right. Tank 6,000 gallons. That's not coming out right.
All right, so we're all milk drunk, is what you're saying?
This ain't coming. I'm guessing about 600 gallons.
All right, so we made a lot of milk today.
Yes.
It was fun. Really was a good time. We got to see the chopping, the mixing, the milking, some of the equipment in there.
Feeding calves.
Feeding calves, wasn't that fun? And then we got some pictures. The kids did some videos for us. We'll get those up at the end. And then maybe a couple drone shots and we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Come out and see us, see how it happens.
Yeah.
Get to see a farm from top to bottom. In 1 hour they were milking. 2 hours later they were medicating. These guys have to be doctors and engineers and everything.
Let's hurry. His mind comes and goes.
So guys, we want to say thank you for watching our videos. If you like what you're seeing, consider giving us that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Consider, oh man, I'm gonna mess this up every single time. And I've done so many videos. Thanks a lot for watching our videos. We really do appreciate it. We hope that you're enjoying some of the videos that we're sharing, especially coming out to these guys' farm, which is not too far from us, to see how milk is really made. I've been given a new appreciation for it. Totally enjoy it. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to share with us and our viewers what you're doing. Consider guys giving us that thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. Oh no, thumbs up. That's helpful. Or give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. Comments, always helpful. I know that I'm new to this. These guys are not. So I need the comments. You can help me out. So share some comments and come back soon. And until next time,
God bless.
Bingo. That's exactly what we say. Until next time, God bless you guys. And that's it. So
Awesome.
we're sort of done. Unless you guys want to put a drone up for a minute.
It's up to you. This is your...
All right, let's go.
No kidding. This is how you do it. It's good. Yeah, the silk is really good for you, but it might not taste good. You can have beards too. Come on, let's go. So there is rain.
Cow pee on you?
Yeah.
You been peed on by a cow?
Yeah.
That's you got pooped on by a cow?
That's when I decided to get away. I said, this is enough.
It isn't fun.
Isn't that fun?
Because when you put it on the milker and all of a sudden it comes down on your arm.
Oh, gross.
Well, you know, this is a nasty operation, but these guys work real hard to keep it clean. I mean, they put down shavings and they got water for the animals spraying on them while they're waiting to milk, and they got fans going. So. Kids took me for a ride a few minutes ago and they said, you want some corn? And I didn't know what they were talking about. They stopped and started pulling those little teeny ears off and eating them like candy.
Over there?
Yeah, the cornfield.
One?
Let's see that.
Do you want to eat one?
Yeah,
No, I want to see you eat one. How many acres of corn you guys got here?
I ain't sure.
A lot?
Yeah.
At least 10. See this? Kids. I wouldn't worry about bears. They got kids. I think you got one here.
All right, we can't take blood anywhere. He's gonna eat all their food.
I couldn't believe my eyes. They started pulling corn and eating it just like a bear.
Here. I'll put that in your
Okay.
mouth.
The whole thing.
Let me put that in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat it. Chew it, of course. See, he's got
Do you want me to eat
his.
the silk?
He's got his, the big one there.
It's probably good.
They act like
You
it
want me
was.
to eat one?
Huh?
Yeah, he
I'll
does.
Go ahead. You gonna eat it?
Yep.
You gonna make a moo sound?
More like a goat sound.
A goat sound? Oh, heaven.
Good, isn't it?
That's pretty good. Pretty cool, man. I like that.
Good.
Would a cat eat that?
I don't know.
Mine used to.